Chapter 10. The Quiet Desperation, Recognizing Burnout, Depression, and Anxiety. There's a kind of silence that surrounds the modern man's struggles. It's not the loud cry of pain or a dramatic breakdown. It's quieter, more insidious. The kind that eats away at your energy, your joy, and your peace, all while you keep pushing forward. You've been told to man up or keep it together. But inside, it feels like the walls are closing in. You might be experiencing burnout, depression, or anxiety, but the most dangerous part, you might not even know it yet. Burnout, the exhaustion that never ends. You don't just feel tired, you feel drained, like a phone with 1% battery, no matter how long it's been plugged in. Burnout isn't just about physical exhaustion. It's emotional and mental exhaustion. It's feeling numb, even when you're surrounded by loved ones. Dreading the day before it begins. Going through the motions without passion, energy, or meaning. Wanting to escape but not knowing how. Creeps up on you usually after months or years of pushing yourself to be everything to everyone. And eventually you can't keep going anymore. Your body and mind force you to stop whether you want to or not. Depression, the invisible weight. Depression isn't just sadness. It's a weight that presses down on your chest, making everything feel like it requires more effort than it should. It's a constant fog, where even the things you used to love seem distant, unreachable. Symptoms may include feeling hopeless, like nothing will ever get better, losing interest in things you once enjoyed, struggling to get out of bed, even when you should be, constantly feeling off, but not knowing why, irritability or anger, often directed at the people closest to you. The hardest part of depression is that you can look fine on the outside, functioning at work, fulfilling your responsibilities while slowly drowning inside. Anxiety, the constant tension. Anxiety doesn't always look like panic attacks or breathless moments of fear. Sometimes it's just a quiet nervousness that lingers, a sense that something's always wrong even if you can't pinpoint it. You might find yourself overthinking every decision, no matter how small. Worrying about things you can't control. Feeling like something bad is going to happen even when there's no reason to think that. Having trouble sleeping because your mind won't stop racing. Carrying a constant knot in your stomach. Anxiety makes you feel like you're always on edge, always waiting for the next shoe to drop. It's exhausting, and over time it can rob you of your peace and well-being. The danger of ignoring it. For so long, we've been taught that being a real man means holding everything together even when it's falling apart. But here's the truth. Ignoring your mental health doesn't make you stronger. It just makes the problem worse. Burnout doesn't get better if you keep pushing harder. Depression doesn't lift if you just wait it out. Anxiety doesn't disappear if you ignore it. You're allowed to admit that you're struggling. You're allowed to take a step back, to breathe, to rest. The first step, recognition. The first step to healing is recognition. And it's often the hardest part. Ask yourself, have I been ignoring my mental and emotional health? Do I feel tired all the time, not just physically, but emotionally? Am I more irritable or withdrawn than usual? Do I feel disconnected from the things I love, from the people I care about? Recognizing burnout, depression, and anxiety is not a sign of weakness, it's the beginning of strength. The next step. Taking action. Once you recognize what you're facing, the next step is taking action. That may mean talking to a therapist or counselor, someone who can guide you through your emotions without judgment. Taking time off work or cutting back on commitments to reclaim your energy. Reconnecting with loved ones, letting them know that you need support. Practicing self-care in a way that nourishes your mind, body, and soul, whether that's through exercise, hobbies, or quiet reflection. Healing doesn't happen overnight, but taking that first step is everything. You are not alone. Burnout, depression, and anxiety are not signs of failure. They're signs that you've been carrying too much for too long without the tools or support you need. Recognizing them is not a defeat. It's your chance to reclaim your peace, your health, and your life. You're allowed to rest. You're allowed to ask for help. And most importantly, you're allowed to heal.